Today we've got something truly special in store for you. We are diving deep into the world of numismatics to unveil a collection of 16 highly sought after coins that could be hiding in your pocket change or perhaps stashed away in your attic. Hit that subscribe button below and let's get started. Number 16, 1959 D Roosevelt Diamond MS68 condition with full torch designation. This breathtakingly beautiful superb gem exhibits multicolored target toning on the obverse, reverse with mottled copper russet patina that's most extensive over the upper half of the surface. According to Stax Powers, frosty and silky smooth, both sides are virtually pristine. To define this coin as one of the finest certified survivors from the mintage of 164,919,790 pieces. This one was sold for $1,320. Number 15. Here is 1951 D Jefferson nickel, graded in mint state 67 by PCGS. Apart from its superb gem grade, what makes this 5-cent piece valuable is its full steps designation, indicating fully struck Monticello steps on the reverse. Nice preservation and superb eye appeal. It ended up selling for $1,260 on September 17, 2023. Number 14, moving on with this amber russet toned 1948 S dime in mint state 68. PCGS assigned full bands designation. As I mentioned many times in my earlier videos, the term full bands in numismatics refers to a specific condition or grade of a dime coin, particularly in Roosevelt dime series, first minted in 1946. This term pertains to the design elements on the reverse of the coin. To qualify as having full bands or full torch, the dime must exhibit well-defined and fully separated horizontal bands on the faces. FB Roosevelt dime ended up selling for $1,620 on September 17, 2023. Number 13, here is 1912 Lincoln cent proof in PR66 brown condition. According to NGC, this matte grain of 1912 proofs typically is deeper than for other dates 1909, 1916, and this issue is also notable for its uniformly bold strike. While these conditions make for a wonderful illustration of the design, they have also tended to limit the number of fully red survivors. An odd feature of copper and bronze coins is that most fully struck pieces are also the ones most susceptible to toning. This wheat penny ended up selling for $2,760 on September 17, 2023. Number 12. Moving on with this 1966 Canadian half dollar in MS67 condition. All 1966 half dollars made for circulation were coined at the Denver Mint, occupied with 1965 dated pieces through July. It was not until August 1st, 1966 that Denver switched over to coinage of the current year. This odd situation resulted from the Treasury Department's determination to make enough 1965 dated coins to discourage hoarding of that date, since most of 1965 had been occupied striking 1964 dated coinage. The commencement of 1966 dated pieces were deferred until the final months of that year. All of these deceptions resulted from the real shortage of circulating coins that appeared in 1963, and even greater shortage the government feared will occur when the public began to hoard the old silver issues, because quantity prevailed over quality. For many years, these coins were not cared for, making gems rather scarce above the grade of MS65. This nicely toned specimen in MS67 condition ended up selling for $2,040. Number 11. Here is 1913 D Buffalo nickel in mint state 67, Type 1 variety. According to David Hall, the 1913 D Type 1 Buffalo is much rarer than 1913 Philadelphia. It's about 5 to 10 times rarer in mint state and probably 20 times rare in circulated grades. Still, 1913 D type is one of the more available early date buffaloes. This is generally a well-struck issue. Luster typically range from dull to bright satiny. This specimen was sold for $2,400. Number 10. This is 1914D Lincoln Cent in MS63 red condition. According to Heritage, the 1914D is a popular key date cent whose notoriety is known far beyond the Lincoln series. Only 1.19 million pieces were struck and full-weight coins are seldom seen. The color on this coin is lighter in hue and brighter than the usual encountered 1914D. Unfortunately, the surfaces are dotted and dashed with a few carbon spots and trace of fingerprints, which accounts for the MS63 grade. Sharply struck as usual, it was sold for $3,240. Number 9 is this 1936 Lincoln Cent in PR66 condition. CAC approved gem with brilliant finish. A glimmer red example of the second proof finish produced on Lincoln cents in 1936. The copper orange surfaces show no overt blemishes, and the strike is sharp. As usual for the issue, there is little cameo contrast. CAC's endorsement affirms the high quality for the grade. It was sold for $3,360. Number 8. This is 1946 S Jefferson nickel in MS67 condition with full steps. This lovely super gem has pristine surfaces and bold strike with full steps to the porch of Monticello. The frosty surfaces exhibit brilliant light gray luster with glass required to see the minimal, great consistent marks. It was sold for $6,300. Number 7. Here is 1919 OS Lincoln Cent, a popular modern era penny, graded as PR69 red deep cameo by PCGS. The S mint mark was inadvertently left off the die used to strike about 100-150 proof Lincoln cents in 1990, creating this popular guidebook and cherry pickers variety. This spectacular PR69 example displays full definition on all design elements, and deeply mirrored fields contrast profoundly with the frosty devices. The original red surfaces are one tick away from technical perfection. It was sold for $4,680 on September 15, 2023. Number 6. Next. 1963D Jefferson nickel in MS65 condition with full steps, a reflective gem with exceptional eye appeal and bold design types. Both sides have light gold toning with slightly reflective fields. This is another full steps example that is rarely seen, with a ratio of 1 to 3,000 according to Bowers. Number 5. Moving on with this error dollar 1972 as silver Ike dollars struck twice off center, graded as proof 67 cameo by NGC. The first strike was approximately 40% off center at 12 o'clock. The second strike is about 35% off center toward 1 o'clock. The date and the mint mark from the second strike are bold. The date and the mint mark from the first strike are faint, but visible due to north of their second strike impression. Most of dollar, ICA and ERTY are absent, colorfully toned apple green, cream gray, and autumn brown, a dramatic error on a brown Ike proof 40% silver Eisenhower dollar, which was sold for $7,800. Number 4. Year is 1944 Washington quarter in MS68 condition. The importance of this piece to the registry collector is unsurpassed. Each side displays bold strike sharpness and vibrant satin luster, with faintest tinge of delicate champagne toning. A largely flawless coin deserving of the registry set. It ended up selling for $10,800. Number 3. This is 1943 Jefferson nickel in PR68 condition. This amazing coin has exceptional polychrome toning, especially vibrant on the obverse. The devices are sharply rendered and the pristine fields are deeply mirrored throughout. Overall eye appeal is incredible, from a meager proof mintage of only 14,158 pieces. It was sold for $12,925. Number 2, here is 1942 S Lincoln Cent in MS68 red condition. This is a marvelous, pristine, full red example of the 1942 S Lincoln Cent, showing a bold strike and glistening copper-orange luster. No spots mar the eye appeal. Only a handful of 1942 S cents are certified this fine, and no higher grade pieces are known. It was sold on September 15, 2023 for $12,000. Number 1, and this is famous 1922 No D Lincoln Cent, graded as MS64 red and brown by PCGS, an outstanding choice and circulated survivor of this popular and conditionally challenging 1922 No D cent. The obverse is typically soft in strike, although all major design elements are fully appreciable in the absence of wear. Sharply defined throughout the reverse, with ample pinkish roy luster on both sides. Minimally toned, this premium quality example is more red than brown, and would serve as a highlight in the finest Lincoln Cent or variety collection. It was sold for $63,000, and I'm going to reveal some of the rarest coins out there that have the potential to turn your collecting hobby into a gold mine. These are the coins that can make you big money. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Subscribe. Number 16, this is 1953 S Jefferson nickel in MS64 condition with full steps. Remarkably for such a well-known strike rarity, this near gem is lightly toned in pale silver over satiny, lustrous surfaces. Typical softness overall for the issue, yet with uncommonly full detail to the steps of the Monticello. It was sold for $1,380. Number 15, this is 1960 proof Lincoln Cent, an elusive small date variety with deep cameo designation. It was graded as PR68 Plus red by PCGS. PR68 Plus indicates a high quality proof coin. Proof coins are specially minted for collectors and therefore are struck using specially polished dies and planchets, resulting in sharp details on mirror-like surfaces. In 1960, US Mint produced two varieties of the Lincoln Cent, with different sized date digits. The small date variety is less common than the large date variety, making it more sought after by collectors. This high-end gem ended up selling for $2,100. Number 14, here is 1994 Lincoln Cent in MS66 red condition with double-die reverse. According to Stax Powers, a lustrous pinkish red gem with none but a few extremely minor blemishes scattered about. First reported by James Battagliano, this DDR of the 1994 Lincoln Cent exhibits pronounced doubling to the final three columns on the Lincoln Memorial. It was sold for $2,875. Number 13, this is 1954 Franklin half dollar in MS67 condition, highly elusive Bugs Bunny variety. The Bugs Bunny variety in the Franklin half dollar series refers to a specific die variety or error that's characterized by a noticeable anomaly on the coin's design, particularly on the depiction of Benjamin Franklin on the coin. The anomaly in question is pronounced raised die clash mark that appears on Franklin's upper lip. It gives the appearance of Franklin having elongated buck-toothed teeth, similar to the way the cartoon character Bugs Bunny is often portrayed. This elusive specimen was sold for $3,600. Number 12, this is 1971 S Lincoln Cent in PR69 red condition, comes with deep cameo designation, meaning it has a stark contrast between frosty golden rose reliefs and mirror-like fields. It fetched a sum of $3,100. Number 11, here is 1958 the Washington Quarter with attractive toning. Boldly struck ultra gem with MS68 grade from PCGS. The obverse displays vivid tints of lime, magenta, and gold, while the reverse shows softer tones of lavender, pale blue, and gold. It has incredible eye appeal. It fetched a sum of $4,400. Number 10, here is 1966 Canadian dollar in MS67 Plus condition. According to Heritage, the regular issue 1966 Kennedy half dollar is scarce in MS66 and rare any finer. This superb gem is an essential acquisition for the advanced registry collection. The strike is bold throughout and the surfaces yield undisturbed satiny luster. Both sides show large areas of crimson, violet, spruce green, and sun-gold toning. Sold on July 21st, 2023 for $4,320. Number 9. Here is 1958 Lincoln Cent in PR69 Ultra Cameo condition. According to David Lawrence auction, an incredible ultra gem tied for the finest between both services. Flawless surfaces offer deep reflectivity and ideal fully red coloration. The eye appeal is fantastic. It ended up selling for $5,750. Number 8. This is 1949 D Jefferson nickel in MS67 condition with full steps. Not only is this coin a significant strike and condition rarity in a 1949 D nickel, but it is a breathtakingly beautiful superb gem with extraordinary multicolored target toning on both sides. Sharply struck and virtually pristine, these coins are sought after by high-quality Jefferson nickel collectors as well as toning enthusiasts. It was sold for $6,000. Number 7. Moving on with this 1955 Lincoln Cent with double die verse, popular error penny variety in MS65 red and brown condition. This piece is absolutely beautiful coin with light lilac and magenta tones with stunning eye appeal. Very scarce double die Lincoln Cent with full bold doubling on the date and a verse lettering. It fetched a sum of $7,000. Number 6. Here is 1983 Lincoln Cent with double die reverse. Graded as MS68 red by PCGS, an impressive guidebook variety with a wide spread on the reverse legends and on the horizontal lines of the memorial. Die polish lines on each side of the portrait suggests that mint personnel concentrated on the appearance of the wrong die. The brick red surfaces are void of contact or carbon. States of is slightly incomplete and a few tiny bubbles reside beneath the copper plating. It was sold for $7,050. Number 5. Moving on with this 1955 D Washington Quarter in MS67 condition. Lovely original surfaces display bright mint luster from beneath attractive patina of honey gold. This 25-cent piece with outstanding eye appeal fetched a sum of $8,250 at auction. Number 4. The gem 1932D offered in this lot displays whispers of light olive tan that are slightly more prominent on a verse. An arc of deep rainbow-like toning along the lower reverse border. Excellent definition is apparent on design elements, and the surfaces reveal pleasing luster. A few minute marks on Washington's forehead and cheek are well within the confines of the MS65 grade level. Sold on September 14, 2023 for $8,700. Number 3. Here is 1939 Jefferson nickel with reverse of 1940, graded as PR67 Cameo by PCGS. The mirror fields are highly reflective and perfectly preserved with sparkling brightness, while the devices show enough frost to please the eye. No signs of toning or spots, and a solid representative of this rare issue. The proofs with reverse of 1940 make up between 5 and 10% of the proof coins of this date, as this ratio is borne out in the population report. This elusive specimen was bargained for $10,575. Number 2. This is 1909 SVDB Lincoln Cent in MS65 red condition, CEC proven, superb gem. Copper and amber gold color covers each side of this softly frosted, CEC approved first year Lincoln Cent. The design elements are well struck, including the often incomplete designer's initials at the lower reverse. The 1909 SVDB cent is undisputed key to the series. This lovely example was sold for $13,200 on September 14, 2023. Number 1. Here is 1914 S Lincoln cent in MS66 red condition. CAC proven excellent gem. According to NGC, 1914 S cents are scarce across all grades, with many circulated pieces being marred by corrosion. Mint state examples are scarce, and fully red pieces are extremely so. As is typical for cents of this period, the well-struck ones typically are toned, while the most red coins are a bit soft. The coin illustrated is an outstanding example of this rare issue, and it was sold for $78,187.50 with buyer's fee. In this episode, we are going to look into highly sought after US coins that make big money at auctions. Some of them might be in your coin collection. Hit that subscribe button below and let's get started. Number 16, starting with this 1974 Canadian half dollar. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary circulated 50-cent piece, but under close inspection you can see that the date on obverse and United States of America on the reverse is impressed very tight against the rims. This is because it's a result of mint slip-up, an error coin struck on a Taiwanese $5 planchette with metal composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel and weight of over 9 grams. Graded as AU55, this error half was sold for $2,880 on September 18, 2023. Number 15 here is 1968 D Lincoln cent with obvious mint error. Penny overstruck on a 1968 Panamanian 1 centesimo. The remnants of undertype is faded, but can be distinguished on both sides. This extraordinary cent was graded as MS63 by NGC, and it was sold for $5,040. Number 14. Next, 1965 Jefferson nickel from Special Mint set, graded as SP67 Deep Cameo by PCGS, ranked in the 100 greatest US modern coins by Scott Schechter and Jeff Garrett. Only a few dozen 1965 Jefferson nickels exist with the highly contrasted deep cameo finish, and few of those are as brilliantly mirrored as this example. Struck during a 3-year period from 1965 through 1967, these rare and coveted pieces stand in stark contrast to the mass production of small change during that period in US coinage, when US Mint nearly matched the total production of previous 1968 years in one short 3-year span. This SMS nickel ended up selling for $5,287.50. Number 13 here is undated Lincoln cent impressed on a struck Roosevelt dime, graded in mint state 67 by NGC. Cents struck over dimes are scarce but can be found with patience. However, a cent struck 50% of center over a struck dime is a true rarity. The present lot is ranked number 92 in Whitman's 100 greatest US error coins. It is the most dramatic of the few off-center double denominations known, with nearly perfect 50% of center strike. The cent strike overlaps the dime date and mint mark, and the date and the mint mark portion of the cent is off the flank. It was sold for $7,637.50. Number 12 here is 1972 Lincoln cent with double die obverse, graded in mint state 67 plus red by PCGS and further endorsed by CAC. A gorgeous fire red and olive green superb gem. Both sides appear devoid of contact, and carbon is virtually absent. Among Lincoln cents, only 1955 FS100-01 exhibits more prominent die doubling than 1972 FS100-01. Other double die varieties are known for 1972, but none compare with guidebook listed FS100-01. These rare cent ended up selling for $9,600. Number 11, this is 1979 as Susan B. Anthony dollar struck on a copper cent planchette, It is highly elusive and valuable error coin. This type of error occurs when there is a mistake in the minting process where the wrong planchet is fed into the coin press. Instead of receiving the proper coin composition, a copper cent planchet is used. This extraordinary error coin ended up selling for $8,700 on September 18, 2023. Number 10 here is 1916D Mercury dime broad stroke, graded as extremely fine 45 by NGC. In numismatics, a broad stroke error refers to a type of coin error that occurs during the minting process when a coin is struck without being properly aligned within the coining chamber. This results in a coin not being fully contained with the collar, which is a ring-like device that helps shape the coin and ensures that it is struck with correct dimensions and edge design. Instead, the coin is struck with excessive force and spreads or expands beyond the intended size and shape. This broad stroke Mercury dime fetched a sum of $9,000 on September 18, 2023. Number 9. This is 1966 Jefferson nickel in MS65 condition with full steps. In spite of massive numbers of nickels struck in 1966, very few qualify for full steps. According to heritage auctions, fewer than 1 in 150 coins are estimated to have this degree of definition on the reverse. The light golden surfaces display silky satin-like mint luster and are free of major abrasions. This collector's item ended up selling for $11,750. Number 8. Here is 1976D Type 1 Eisenhower dollar. In MS67 condition, the Type 1 design is recognized by the thick letters in the reverse legend. This delightful superb gem displays vibrant mint luster on both sides, and the flawless surfaces are enhanced by shades of pale gold toning. The design elements are sharply detailed throughout, and eye appeal is outstanding. It was sold for $11,162.50. Number 7. This is 1976 as Jefferson nickel with obverse impression struck into a center of a clad Ike dollar planchet. The guidebook lists the weight of a clad Eisenhower dollar as 22.68 grams. A clad Eisenhower dollar planchet with raised rim was centered between a proof 1976 as Jefferson nickel obverse die and an undetermined reverse die. The strike was soft, though the right side of verse legends are clear, and the portrait is well outlined except for Jefferson's nose. The reverse exhibits outer portions of an undetermined design. It was sold for $13,200. Number 6. Here is 1968 S. Lincoln cent bonded with Costa Rican 5 centimos blank, graded in mint state 63 red by PCGS. The San Francisco Mint struck 1967 dated 5 centimos for Costa Rica. The 1968 mintage was 6,020,000 pieces, and the 1968 mintage was 4,840,000 pieces. The stainless steel coins had a diameter of 14.92 millimeters. The San Francisco also struck Lincoln cents during 1968, with the S mint mark appearing for the first time on the denomination since 1955. A 5 centimos blank and Lincoln cent planchet were fed together between 1968 S cent dies. The 5 centimos blank was fed on top of the cent planchet relative to the obverse die, with the edges of two flanks aligned at 730. Number 5 here is 1965 Washington quarter struck on a silver planchet, graded in mint state 62 by PCGS. A transitional error struck on a leftover silver planchet from 1964. Errors of this type are rare. This piece is satiny with ivory white luster and minimal abrasions for the grade. Slight strike softness is seen on the finer details of Washington's portrait. It was sold for $16,800. Number 4, another 25-cent piece, 1976 S bicentennial quarter in mint state 69. Even under magnification, the exquisite preservation of this modern silver-clad piece is highly impressive. The subtlest hints of champagne patina are seen over the obverse, was a reverse is essentially untoned. Though the net mintage for the 1976 S silver-clad business strike is speculative, its rarity in MS-69 is undeniable. It was sold for $19,200. Number 3. This is 1966 quarter dollar in mid-state 68 plus. Vividly toned specimen, virtually flawless surfaces and boldly rendered devices complement the satiny-clad luster of each side, while a wash of dusky rainbow toning produces unparalleled visual appeal. It was sold for $21,000. Number 2. This is lot of 1941 Walking Liberty, a half mated pair. Coin number 1 is 1941 half double struck, second strike, 90% off center. It was graded as AU58 by NGC. Coin number 2 is a 1941 half struck on a quarter planchet with edge brocage, graded as AU58 by NGC as well. The two coins have consecutive certification numbers. The second coin weighs 6.3 grams, similar to the standard 6.25 grams weight of a silver quarter. These pair fetched a sum of $24,675 at auction. Number 1, and this is 1950 Lincoln cent in pure 67 red condition. According to NGC, currency coins are often mistaken for proofs. A touch-up of the obverse master hub resulted in a greater detail than seen in earlier Lincoln cents, and a circulation strike from fresh dies is nearly equal to a proof. Despite these improvements, sales of proof cents continued to slide, and fully red gems of this date are very rare. NGC certified just 5 specimens in this grade with non-finer. It was sold for $187.50 with buyer's fee. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to smash thumbs up and subscribe buttons before you watch another video on YouTube. Until the next time, and stay well.